Welcome to Burnt Out Perfectionist. My name is Sara.
My name is Eve.
And today, I would like to ask you your survive and thrive. I didn't fuck it up this time.
Good job.
So, Eve, what is yours?
My thrive is our Costco got this pack of notebooks that are all really pretty colored.
What?
1 second.
Go get it. Oh my God, you know I'm a hoe for notebooks. I went past the last time. Oh my God. Let me describe this to the listeners. Baby blue, baby pink. What would you call lavender? Lavender? I was going to go with lavender and fucking tealy blue. How much?
Dark teal.
How much were those?
$12.99.
Do I need them? No. Do I want them?
They're the Cope DOL ones. They're like a wide ruled bounded journal.
Cute.
And they're beautiful.
They're so cute. If we find a link, it will be for Costco Canada. Maybe we'll link it below.
They have them on Costco online.
No? They're just so cute. And they're like a solid size, too.
And like what I like about these, I'm just going to whole rant about my thrive, is like
They have the little elastic holder.
they have a pocket at the end.
Oh,
So
and
they
the
have a little
rolls.
moleskin.
Yeah.
But like they're nice paper and like they said nice.
You know what I kind of wish is when you get these packs, if you just had like one was like rolled so has lines, another one has like the dots, another one has like, I don't know, like graphing paper.
They have Muji offers that. Muji is like a Japanese stationery brand.
Oh, okay.
Oh, magical.
Is that the one that makes those pens that my old work gave me? It sounds familiar because they're like the world's best pen.
Yeah.
And then I got it and I was like, this pen can't be, this is real nice to write with.
Which though, if you saw Overwhelmed's TikTok, I got a pack of Keiko pens from Amazon and they are magical and they're like retractable, colorful pens. But also comes with a little bookmark that matches the color. I don't know. Was it a need? Not really. I have a lot of journals, but I was like, these are so pretty, and I can make an excuse to use.
Oh, yeah. Those are so cute. Oh, my God. It makes me want to donate a bunch of my other notebooks. It's just like the ones.
I do use a lot of them. Like, I have a lot of small bound notebooks that I'll use for, like, projects or if I have to work on something.
Yeah.
And then I have regular notebooks, but I was like, I like a good, like, bounded notebook. And they're color-coded.
Yeah.
My survive, I've had a very stressful week at work, and I will not expand from there. But,
You have an eyelash on your lip. There you go.
but it was very stressful, and I learned a lot of things, and my heart rate will never recover.
And the lack of sleep.
This was your surviving thrive.
I was in a car accident.
Yes.
Yeah. I won't, of course, expand further on that since it was things, but all three of us are okay. The vehicle that we were in is not okay. But I'd love to give a shout out to Collect Car Seats for keeping my kids safe.
Woo.
Ford for saving my ass again.
Very loud.
Oh.
I love you. And
My ears just clicked in and out. Ford. This is the second accident I've been in a Ford, and I know there's always the jokes of the found on road dead. Never with Ford with me. Always safe, always fantastic. And this is the first car accident I've been in with an Overwhelm the Label phone case. And we use the tough phone cases, and nothing happened to my phone. This is the foist. This is the first phone I've ever had that actually hasn't been damaged. So the screen wasn't damaged and the camera wasn't damaged. And I'm not just saying that because overwhelmthelabel.com and .ca are our brand. I was actually kind of baffled. But the other thing it protected my phone, but didn't protect it so much. It still allowed for the emergency response to go off.
The other big thing too, so the prior car accident that she was in with our dad, her phone flew out of her bag and hit her dad in the face, and her phone completely smashed.
Oh, it smashed.
So in this car accident, her phone still flew.
Oh, it flew.
And hit multiple things, and it didn't break.
and it didn't break, and it still allowed for the emergency response to go off. So if you haven't set that up already, and if you are an Apple user, you can set up so basically what it'll do is it'll ask you if you want to contact 911. If you don't actually respond because say you're knocked unconscious, it will still call 911 to alert them that you were in an accident and put your phone on speakerphone. And then if you have anyone designated as an emergency contact, the emergency contact will be sent a message stating, like, Sarah has been in a motor vehicle collision. We have contacted 911. Here's her location. So, yeah, those are all great things. I will say that my husband uses another very tough phone case company, and his phone also flew, and his thing didn't go off. So there's that.
His alert didn't go off?
No.
Oh.
Which was interesting. Oh, and not to add to the car accident thing, but here's a first world problem. So I decided after, everybody slowly went to bed and did all their own things, that I was just, going to throw my earbuds in and I was going to listen to a little audiobook. Well, to my dismay, my purse had scattered everywhere, and I opened up my AirPod case, and I was down one AirPod.
Just one.
Just one. Might take a TikTok about my experience with Apple, but put it this way, there's a better option to go to Costco and just buy a whole brand new fucking set.
I will state, though, that I did attempt to, and I had a lovely person that I was communicating with who multiple times apologized and felt awful.
Well, the thing that bothers me is that my husband's cousin lost an AirPod because their 3-week-old puppy ate it, who was totally fine. And Apple replaced it for free. But because I was in a motor vehicle accident and it was lost, they will not be replacing it, essentially. But if I want to replace it, it will be at a high cost, which made it cheaper. It was cheaper to go to Costco to replace it.
It's like shout out Costco.
Yeah, it was shout out Costco. It was great. And what's my thrive? Well, not to sound cheesy, but everybody is like so far okay. Like from what we can
come up.
Yeah, I'm like so far. There's like the determination of like our bodies. Like no one was bleeding, no one was cut. Everyone had the shit scared out of them. For obvious reasons. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else other than the fact that I'm really happy that we're okay. So it's both my survive and my thrive.
I think also like although you were not, she was not in the same like location as me, so I couldn't assist.
Yeah.
I think that it really proved how grateful you are for the couple of friends that were down there.
Oh yeah.
And that they handled it very well, and although they are not blood related, they basically got like smeared into it.
Oh yeah, well like yeah, they came and they helped us out, which was absolutely great, and we stayed at their house, which was awesome overnight because we were just planning on it's about 2 hours away from where we are, so it wasn't our normal location. And then yeah, there's a bunch of people too who like reached out from like other people that we're friends with from like Charlie School and stuff. And they reached out to like offer to come get us and all the other things. Because obviously, like I said, the vehicle that we were driving is no more. So,
and that's not like a quality of the vehicle. Like nobody was injured greatly.
Yeah.
But at least like the truck took the sacrifice.
The truck took the sacrifice, and it took it like a champ. Which is great. But
I wish the vehicles could talk and it would be like, bye, buddy.
I know.
I'll be fine.
I love how you like, did your brain just stop for a
second?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just tired, sore. Yeah, that's about it. Tired, sore, and a little bruised.
But on this episode of Burnt Out Perfectionist,
yeah.
Well, actually, let's do a quick backstory. So last week, if you didn't listen to our episode, you should. It's pretty great. Today is May 31st, and it is the last day of May, which means that it is the last day of Hemochromatosis Awareness Month.
And Mental Health Awareness Month.
And Physiotherapy Month.
Oh, jeez. It's just real banger.
They really just stick all three. all of them into.
Well, I mean, there really is only 12 months.
I know, but like, could you just give everybody a week?
We used to only have days when I was a kid. Back in my days, everybody just got a day.
So last week we discussed how my diagnosis became keratosis and what it is. If you want more information, obviously we're not medical professionals, but if you want to hear my experience, please listen to last week's episode.
And it's like a 35-minute episode too, so it's pretty brief. It's just like a conversation. Again, we're not medical professionals, so it was like not heavy in the medical. It was more about the experience of being the person in Eve's specific journey. So
also, I can't talk for an hour about it.
Well, it's like I made sure I had questions. I'm like, do you think I covered everything? Yeah. Okay. Dope. Let's do this.
We're like a little tidbit, like a little commercial.
Yeah.
But on this week, we're going to discuss about seasonal change prep and like what we do to get ready for the new season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I'm always, like, jonesing for spring. Like, I'm that typical Canadian girl where as soon as it's above 10 degrees, I'm like, I'm taking out the shorts. And then I'm like, I regret my choices. I'm so cold right now. And I'm usually wearing, like, a winter hoodie that's, like, so hot. And, like, my freaking crew socks pulled halfway up my leg. But I'm like, it's happening.
I'm like, I've already accepted that it's warm.
My immediate reaction is always like, do I have sunscreen? And is it expired? And then I go through all my sunscreen because usually it goes on sale at the beginning before obviously it becomes like super well known. And I like very
sunscreen becomes well known.
You know, before people go, oh fuck, I should wear that. Also, I am notorious for getting a burn in like March.
Oh yeah. Personally, I love a good seasonal change. On the topic of sunscreen, the only sunscreen that I use for my face is Australian Gold tinted sunscreen.
Oh my god, and I do too because Eve let me try it, and it is like, I don't know, the closest thing, it's like almost like moussey, but not, and it gives just enough coverage. It doesn't make us orange, and we're pale. Like, I'm a cool tone pale, you're a neutral pale.
I've also had other people at work try it, and they're all different skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
And the medium one works really well for my peeps that are a bit tanner. And it's the only one that I have found that doesn't give me an allergic reaction, does not like go weird.
Yeah, it doesn't burn my eyes.
And it also doesn't have like a sparkle.
Yeah, and it's because it's a mineral sunscreen too. Like, it's also water resistant. And when they say water resistant, it's water resistant. Like, I use a facial cleanser that's like an oil base. And then I have to use like a soap facial cleanser to like get it all off, which means like it's on there.
I use the Inky List Oat Balm.
That's the same one that I use, yeah.
I really like it. And then I go in with Sara and Eve, the acne prone one.
Oh.
Which I'm not acne prone, but I just like it better than the other one.
The salicylic acid.
The hydrating one, just like, it made my face feel oily.
And that's the whole thing. You have to figure out like what works best. Like, I use I think it's called Biotherm. It's like an oil soap, and it's one of those ones that you can use on your face. You can use it on your body. It's so inexpensive if you live in Canada to buy it on Amazon. Like, it's the giant bottle for less than $20, and it always goes on sale on Prime days, and it'll last you forever. Versus like if you actually go buy it at, you know, those stores that are being boycotted by some folks, it's like $30 to $40 there. Like, the difference is kind of extreme. So I use that kind of right after, but you like need to use stuff to take it off, like not to exfoliate. Like, it stays on really well and really long, and I don't find that it rubs off on stuff. Do you find that it rubs off?
It only rubbed on my mouth.
Oh,
that was just because it was close to my face.
Yeah, obviously.
But most of the time, it just adds like a little bit of like color.
Yeah.
Covers some of the darkness. I don't know. If the Australian Gold's listening to this, I've got many people hooked on it.
I know. I really like their stuff. Also, I feel like more people...
Jesus.
I feel like more people are catching on to it because I went to go get some at like my London Drugs, and it wasn't there. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to buy this like online, which is fine because Amazon, yeah, I'm like, usually Amazon has the exact same price. But, you know, I'm the kind of person who will literally use something until it's like out. And then I'm like, fuck, I need it.
I have like 3 packs of it.
I have like a half bottle that I'm just, not half bottle, it was like a quarter that I'm finishing here that I left behind. And then I have a brand new bottle at home. But it literally, because it's mineral, you don't really have to worry about like an expiration date. I don't even think there's one on it.
I haven't looked.
And
I use it too quickly too.
Oh yeah. I was like, I think mine lasted like a year and a half. And I use it like almost every day. I'm not wearing it right now. I look like trash right now. I'm going to be totally honest.
No.
Oh,
I have mascara on right now just so like.
And you like braid it. I don't know. I just feel like, and also
I did my hair because it took it out and I had ringlets.
Also, like my cowlicks are cowlicking so hard today that my bangs are like flat on the bottom, but then like getting wavy weird on the top. So.
Have you showered?
How?
Have you showered?
I showered like, is it yesterday or the day before? It was yesterday.
Sure.
Yesterday. Oh no, it was, today's Friday, right?
Yeah.
It was like Wednesday night and then I fell asleep and my hair was wet. So like, you know, that's just a whole thing for me anyways. I didn't fall asleep with my hair in the towel though, because that results in troll hair and itchy scalp.
So you get mold in your head.
I know. It wasn't, I've had that, I've only done that by accident. Like, you know, when you feel like shit or you have a migraine?
Yeah.
No, I know.
No, I know. It comes off before I leave the bathroom.
Oh, I keep mine in my hair for like 30 minutes. So that way it soaks a bunch of it out. Like, obviously, we both have really thick hair. Yeah. The other thing I love to do during seasonal change is change my hair color.
Yes. Well, I feel like for me, it's not. Like, mine's an all-year thing. I am naturally blonde, which to all of the fake blondes out there, I would trade you in a second.
Me too.
You're not naturally blonde.
Oh, technically, I'm naturally. We learned that.
Well, you were like,
sure what to.
So, like, she's a blonde, but it's like
light brown.
Light brown.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, I think it's like medium brown.
I think when our sister did hair school, and they looked at, she looked at my actual roots and was like looking against it. And she had like a color chart thing. It was like, I'm a dirty, dark blonde.
But you're like, she's like a 5.
Yeah, a 5. In the summertime though, like if I had my real hair, it like lightens up. So yeah.
But when you look at it, it's like, for the average red, it's brown.
Yeah.
My hair is, there's a spider beside you.
It's just a daddy long legs. It's a friend.
I'm blonde, and it's great. So I have to dye my hair like once a month, so it don't look like I'm balding.
That's always the best too. Is like when you dye your hair darker and your hair's lighter, and you're like, "Whoa, oh my god, what's going on with my?" Oh, never mind, it's just roots.
No, literally, like we did like a photo shoot for just like trying to get new promo pictures and stuff, and I was like, man. Bottom half of my hair is a bit darker. Why do I feel like I look like I'm balding? And then some pictures I was like, well, I could like edit that out and stuff. And I'm like, that's so weird. And then I went up to the bathroom, I looked up, and I'm like, nope, just roots.
It's because you have a widow's peak too. So like all the baby's hair like loose. Baby hair always like, at least mine, like look, like a bunch of it is back to like blonde underneath because I bleached my hair before I dyed it purple. So it always fades around my face because you wash your face and naturally, like, you can do your best, but you will get hairs.
But honestly, like, my hair also grows really fast.
Yeah.
Like, I chopped off 3 inches and it's back. And I'm not joking, but like, oh, my hair grows really fast. No, it's like I cut it and I brush it and it's the same length.
Oh my God. And then there'll be a time like where you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to chop a bunch off and then it won't grow or something.
No, I've chopped it. I've done all, and I know people are like, well, when you cut your hair, it makes it like grow healthy and stuff like that. It's just annoying. I've already made the mental decision that I am chopping my hair. I chop my own hair. But, like, I feel like changing hair color in the summer, a lot of people are like, I want to go lighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just like a good, like, chocolate brown.
I used to always dye my hair like darker because I was pale, and it looks good with pale, but it also looked good when I had like, you know, more freckles. Like I don't get tan really,
You tan now.
Yeah, I tan now that I'm over the age of 35. I feel like that really wasn't a thing until then. But yeah, I'm still, I mean, I change a lot of stuff over, like, even just, like, simplistic things. Like, I will be changing my body wash to something that's more moisturizing.
Oh, see, I change it, like, I try to do scents. Like,
oh, I do it based on, like, how sensitive my skin is. Like, I use that biotherm stuff, but I'll probably buy something else to, like, I'll use the biotherm stuff to, like, wash, and then I'll buy something, like, Dove or something. I don't know. I used to use the Nivea stuff, and I love Nivea, like, body care stuff, and they had this in-shower lotion that I would use in the summer, and it was great, and then they discontinued it, and I want to know why. Because it was fabulous.
I would use the Olay hyaluronic acid one, mainly because I bought it in, like, a 3-pack at Costco. And I was like, oh, this is great, because they said it was good for, like, the ketosis pilaris, or arms.
Also known as strawberry skin. I have that on the back of my thighs and on the back of my arms.
Well, I was like, oh, it'd be nice. Didn't really do anything. Smell didn't really do anything for me. And I just felt like it didn't. I know that suds are not an indication of cleanliness, but I wanted the suds. I wanted the foam. And so I switched over to Live Clean. And then I have another one, and it's like strawberry watermelon. And I'm like, ooh, change it up for the summer.
I know, it's like changing up those little things. Like, I'll change out, like, hand soap and stuff like that. I always rotate my wardrobe, which is really funny because I was reading this article the other day where it was, like, suggestions to keep things organized as someone with ADHD. And I was like, oh, they're probably going to have seasonal change. They actually suggested against seasonal change. They said that it causes too much overwhelm and will cause too much, like, you know, where you're, like, doing something and then you stop halfway through and then you, like, sometimes just don't continue it for a while. It causes too much, like, stop and start. So they highly suggest not doing it, which I think is really funny, though, because, like, and then they're like, oh, do a capsule wardrobe, which to me is just, like, way too much pressure. And also, like, I want to rotate stuff out, because of, like, where I live is, like, I want different weights of things.
It's 4 seasons.
We do. We have 4 full seasons. So, like, as per, like, warmth and cooling wise, we do have to change stuff out. I mean, I have some things that stay consistent, but I want to wear, like, a lot more colors. I want to wear this. Like, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to, like, the winter, I usually just, like, resort to, like, navy, burgundy, dark green, black, and that's it. But, like, I want to have, like, those fun colors. I like feeling like it's like shopping. Like, to me, I get the dopamine hit of, like, it's like I'm going shopping again and I'm picking all the stuff out. And sometimes I only take out half the stuff that I packed away. Like, I'll just take these out for now. I don't need this. Or I'll go through it. Like, I go through it before I put it away and I go through it when I take it out again.
I also feel like with, like, seasonal clothing changeover, there's so many things that it's like, I wouldn't say that I have, like, a full, like, I put clothes underneath my bed.
I do.
There's, like, coats, shoes, and, like, some, like, tops that I'll put away, like, really heavy sweaters that I'll put away.
Mm-hmm.
Those are only the main ones that I put away, just in case. But I feel like, too, it's, like, when it's summertime, I'm a very sweaty person. Very sweaty. I love the one person who's, like, actually talked about being sweaty and hot all the time, and why it's, like, so frustrating is Hannah Elise, and I love Hannah Elise. She's great. Yeah, she was like, I'm sweaty. This is how I still sweat my ass off in the summer. And I feel like figuring out what forms of clothing for this, like, well, we're going into summer. Yeah. But finding those so that you're comfortable and you're not like, I hate being hot. And I am a hot person at baseline. And you add 38 degrees Celsius of weather, I'm not a happy camper.
And that's the whole thing is, like, I like to be, like, comfy. Like, I'll totally wear biker shorts or, like, capri leggings or whatever. But it's, like, I do like jean shorts because they're great, but they have to fit a certain way or I will never wear them. Like, I'm totally in my, I don't need things to be, like, tight when it comes, especially when it's structured. And it was like I think it was during COVID. I bought a pair of like short overalls from like Old Navy. And they're super great. And they're like stretchy and comfortable, but like such a tall girl problem. I bet you the inseam is like an inch. So like I love the idea of them because you can wear them and they go up enough on the side where you can just wear like a cute like sports bra or like sports crop top that has like a built-in bra. So it's one less thing that you have to deal with. But like the chafing.
Did you take your own notes?
Yeah, I took them like right before I came downstairs.
Okay.
The chafing and the like amount that my vagina eats of the jean is like kind of fucking ridiculous. So like, I looked everywhere. I went to like a ton of different thrift stores. I was looking for overalls. I was looking for short overalls. I was just trying to like find stuff. I found some super cute like loose weight ones that are supposed to be like moisture wicking, and they're like Halaro ones. They're brand new with the tag. Those are cute, but I mean, I kept looking to see if I could just like get some from the thrift store. And then I went on Old Navy because I got those other ones from there. And I was like, this is so great. And I got these pairs and they're known as like baggy, slouchy ones. I'm like, that's the exact vibe that I want. Like, I'm not in my skin tight, whatever. Like, I want them to fit and I want them to look cute, but they don't need to be painted on my body.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because like they have the tall girl sizes. And then I got a pair super cute, like they're 3/4 length, I guess, overalls. And I just rolled them at the bottom and they're stretchy and they're so cute. And I got them for like $30. Like they have a sale that's going on right now. And I got the black ones and like the medium colored jean ones. And Eve's like, oh, yeah, like I went and grabbed some too. And then I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to get the other color. Like, I love the way they fit. They actually have, for anybody who has hips and an ass, they actually curve out and in to like cover your hips. And they look cute. Like, that's where the buttons are in like the nicest way. And they go up quite high. So, I don't know. I kind of look for, I call it like, it's like making myself an everyday uniform that's like easy to throw on. So if I get those, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like their built-in bra power. I think it's called the Power Soft Sports Bra.
Like the Align tanks from Lulu.
Yeah, except it's the Old Navy version. Oh, and Walmart has one that's like very similar.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of them on sale when they were on sale at Walmart for like $3 or something at mine. And I got them in a bunch of different colors. So it just makes it easy. Like, you're like, okay, I'll throw things on. I'm going to be a lot more intentional about wearing sneakers during the summer because I get crusty heels. Like, crusty, splitting, disgusting heels. And I think I'm going to lean more towards, like, the sneakers. And Eve and I were just talking about going back into our Vans and Converse eras.
Oh, because we were doing the photo shoot, and I was like, I have one pair left of Converse. So the rest of them just got gross.
Oh, yeah.
And
we wore them all the time. Like, your feet get skunky in those things.
And I was like, oh, these are great. Because I found out a way how to, like, tie them to make them easier to put on. And I was like, these are great. Awesome. I just wear these all the time.
Yeah.
But I find, like, I'm trying to find more things that are, like, built in. I love a good romper.
Yeah.
Things with pockets. So I got 2 of the low-lay active dress from Costco.
Oh my God, we were talking about how those are being delivered at the beginning of the last episode and how you bought them.
Yeah. But I was like, I thought they had a built-in bra. They don't. And so I have to find a bra that fits with them. But like finding those things that have the shorts so I don't have to worry about like it invading my bum. But then I also wear like biker shorts and big tees, which
I love biker shorts and baggy t-shirts.
I find it currently kind of hard to find some graphic tees that aren't, like, brand related.
Or aren't just, like, all the ones that I like are those, like, what do they call them? Not stonewash, acid stonewash or whatever. And all the ones that I end up liking that I think look clean and nice are always black.
They're always black. And they, like, I do listen to a lot of old rock music. And, well, not old, but, like, I listen to rock music. I know the bands that I'm wearing, but sometimes I just want like a cute quote.
Yeah.
Or like something comfortable. So I got I think 4 from H&M because they're having a sale right now. And I think one of them is a band tee, and the rest of them just have like coats and like cute things on the front and back, which I love. I love it when it's like not in your face, like AC/DC.
Yeah.
Or like all those different ones, like the Beatles. Or I'm like, I do like those, but also there's a lot of bands that don't have that merch.
Or like it just looks cheap. Like, you know that it's not. I like stuff that looks like it could be sold at the concert.
Yeah, like with the dates on the back.
Yeah, like I'll get the ones with the dates on the back, or just like ones that are a little bit more like intricate and like clean.
Yeah, and a lot of the art, or I'm sorry, I don't want to wear a shirt that says a TV show on it all the time.
Although I don't want to wear shirts that says the fucking Rolling Stones, because I've like never listened to them in my whole life.
Oh, I'm like those types of things. Like, I want it to be nice. I want it to be clean. I don't want somebody to be like, oh,
right?
What? Name 3 songs. Like, I'm sorry, Janice. There's no freaking Sum 41 shirts that I can wear. And there's no Simple Plan shirts that I can wear.
Oh, and I think that's so stupid. Like, get a fucking life. Those people are the people who leave mean comments in people's reels and TikToks, in my opinion.
So I'm like, just why? And then jean shorts, I have found one pair from Old Navy that I like, and it's 2-tone denim. And I really like them, and they're very comfortable. But, like, jeans and denim are just so, like, overalls I feel like are different.
Yeah.
Because you're not having to deal with it going up your butt, but because it's, like, holding it. Jean shorts, I don't know what goddamn magician work they do, but every year they do not fit the next year.
And that's the whole thing, is like, I understand that people's bodies change and stuff too, but I feel like it's like the quality of stuff, no matter where you buy it from. And I found there was a brand that I used to buy from all the time, and every time I washed it, just the band part that went around would stay tight, but the rest of it would become like loose.
Yeah.
Or the ones that have like the rips and tears in them, which I love myself a good rips and tears, like jean or anything like that. But some of them have them. Yeah, your jeans right now. But some of them have them, and then it's like the never ending rip to the point where you're like, I don't think I can fucking wear these shorts anymore. Like, if I move the wrong way, my fucking underpants are right out.
Like, honestly, probably I'm gonna cut these into shorts because, like, the knees, there's nothing on the knees.
I would just wait until it ripped, probably to the seam on either side, and then chop them right off.
And it's like, I don't know what happens every year, and I'm like, I will go to the store and I will be buying the same size and the exact same style, but they're totally different.
One thing that kind of like I was going to venture in, but I'm also super hesitant because we all know women's clothing sucks, is I kind of wanted to get those like trouser shorts that a bunch of people were getting.
Trouser shorts?
So it's like, they're like dress shorts.
Oh.
And I saw that Old Navy has like the best thing that they have in kids' clothing, which is like instead of having to have a belt, it has the elastic that you can adjust and like hook onto the button that you can help like adjust the size of the waist. So that way, if it gaps at the back at all, you can fix that. Because a lot of the time I'll have to get like a bigger size. Oh my God, your subtle yarn is killing me right now.
I tried to not make eye contact.
I try to get stuff with like the next size up. If I can't, because again, I'm 5'10", to like counter the length. But then also sometimes you tighten those waists and then it's just like flared out and it looks hilarious or whatever.
They're like paper bag shorts.
But not. I saw some people who had paper bag shorts and I was like, you know what? I had such high hopes for those and they made me look so dumpy. Like I had a full like floof gut in the front.
No, to everybody who owns denim paper bag shorts, you put them in the wash and you're screwed.
I know. I feel like there's a lot of things where they look like I cannot. How do you feel about linen?
I like the feeling.
Okay.
I think it looks really cute and like the sets and stuff. Always see-through.
It's like always see-through. It makes me sweaty. And then when I sweat, I don't know how else to say this. It feels spiky. And I feel like linen shorts, I had like 2 pairs.
Oh, I think I was thinking of cotton.
Oh, and I was like, I could only wear them like once and when it was hot outside. And then I'd have to wash them because I would get like butt funk, to be totally honest.
I don't mind them. I find that I like the athletic stretchy shorts. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of runner shorts. I find that they just like to cling to everything.
Oh, yeah, like the poofy ones. I like the poofy ones that have like the spandex shorts underneath.
But they always, I don't know what is with them. They just don't agree with my body.
I just get annoyed with it because the pocket's never big enough for my phone.
I would also like to state that most of my summer wardrobe did come from Costco.
Oh, yeah, mine too. Or the Walmart's men's department. Because they're tank tops. So they have the cutest fucking crop tops at Walmart right now. And they have the old school strawberry shortcake. They have like Bambi. It's really soft. It's like a thinner fabric. They have this one where it's like a badass Ariel. She has like tattoos. Looks a lot like my friend's screensaver that she's had forever on her phone. They have all this cute stuff, and it's cropped. Like, I don't mind a cropped moment when I'm wearing like a short, or if I have like a longer tank top. And I know that might be a throwback to 2014, but I do not care. And I was like, oh, these are so cute. And I realized that I was wearing this shirt on the way to our friend's kid's 4th birthday. That said, but did you die? And I was like, probably not appropriate to wear to a kid's birthday party. And we were already stopping just to like grab a couple things to add to her present. So I went in and I was like, these are so cute. My husband's like, oh, you would totally rock these. And I put them on and he's like, oh. And I was like, right? Like, they're not just crop tops. Like, they fit different. They're very weird. He's like, okay. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of disappointed. And he's like, I'm disappointed for you too. Like, that sucks. They have those cool ones for the villains, but they're so huge. Like, I think they were supposed to be dresses.
I think they were supposed to. I put my Ursula one on and I was like, this is huge.
Oh, yeah. And you were like, I was like, maybe I'll just get you a large or whatever. Like,
and I was like, I want this to be the biggest thing ever. I can tuck it to my pants. And it's so great.
And just to bear in mind, my Walmart had the nastiest fucking smell. So I basically like just grabbed whatever size. And then when I brought it home and held it up, my husband's like, you guys could both fit in that shirt. And I'm like, well, whatever.
It's very comfortable.
But they've had a lot of super cute things, and they have cute little, like, I like the tops that's like, they're not all razorbacks. They're kind of like, they almost look like t-shirts with the arms chopped off. I don't know.
Muscle tees?
I guess so. But they had them, and I put them on, and they look cute. And Charlie's like, I mean, like, they work. Like, she'll always be honest, and I appreciate that. And I went, okay, now I've tried all this stuff on in, like, the, quote, women's department. It's like, yeah, and I was like, okay, that's go over to the guys department. And I went through and I grabbed, and there was a AC/DC shirt, and then there was a Johnny Cash one. There was a couple other ones, and I put them on, and they're like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, the difference. First off, I had to drop 2 to 3 sizes for the ones in the women's department for them to like fit. They were still baggy, and my husband's like, the proportions on them are so much better. I'm like, this is the reason why I go to the men's section to buy stuff.
I think that the women's section, like, it doesn't make sense.
It makes sense if you're 5'6" and under.
So
and have no boobs.
Did you know that Canada's average height went down to 5'4" for women?
Oh, Mike, oh great. I mean, even more of an Amazon.
I was like, what is this? But no stuff. Like, there's a big and tall store for the dudes, but there's none for the chicks anymore.
I know, and that's the whole thing is, like, if we want to get anything specific, then it's online. Like, I go try the regular item on at, like, Old Navy, and then I'll be like, hey, what the fuck's the difference?
No, but also the calculation of, do I go tall in my current size, or do I have to go down in the tall size? And then you end up ordering both. And then you have to return one. But you also have to wait, like, significantly longer than just going to an average store.
Oh, 100%. Another one that has it, which I know some people are like, it's controversial. And I don't really care. Like, I'll buy shit where I want to buy shit. Shein actually has a tall girl section now, which is super cool. And there's a lot of really good reviews about it, which is fun. That is a website, though, where you have to literally download a thing and do all of your measurements very specific, and anything that you like, you put it in your cart, and then you go through each individual item and look at the measurements. And it's like a process, but you can usually figure it out, because I've bought things and I'm a large, and I've bought things and some of them are like a 4XL because of like where the clothes are actually manufactured, where their sizing, like what their sizing is and stuff.
But I don't know. And then The flip side, other than clothing,
Cleaning.
organizing.
Oh, soon as that sunshine comes out, it's out for a couple days, and I feel like it's almost summer, and it's 10 degrees Celsius. I'm like, time to get rid of everything. We don't need this. Who wants this? And then I'm like moving rooms around and vacuuming behind them, and I don't know. I get that like instant spark when it comes to like changing seasons. Yeah, like I'll basically, like I said, I'll rip the stuff out from either underneath the stairs, or I use those like vacuum storage bags that are underneath my bed, and I'll pull everything out, and then I try to section out where I have one. Like I usually have like holiday or like winter pajamas, and then I'll put all the coats away because you have to have a coat for every season, but sometimes there's 2 coats a season because it's so unique here. I'm like dying.
Oh, why are you dying?
I don't know why either. I'm like having a hard, like, I don't need my inhaler, but I feel I'm having like a hard time breathing because it's like clicking in between my nose. I'm also trying not to sound monotone because my nose is plugged.
I don't know. Might have been the dust. I didn't need to clean down here.
I usually start in like my kids' room and kind of change stuff around and like ask her like what she wants and everything. And it's usually when she's like, oh, I would like this or this. And she kind of swaps stuff out. Like she looks at me and she's like, I love you, Mom. And I don't want to sound super picky, but like, can we either dye my pink sheets or can we like give them away and have different ones? I'm like, you know what? Like you have so many sets of sheets because like obviously we've had a lot of them since she was like little because she's been in the same bed. But like I was like, you know what? Let's just narrow them out. We'll just keep the ones that you like. So I have like a white set and a blue set. And then worst comes to where like she is a queen, I have a king. I just tuck it underneath. So
I find with cleaning, like, I want to sort out and get rid of a lot of things, but I also just notice any sort of, like, little areas that I haven't cleaned in a while.
yeah, it's like the light turns on. It's like someone turns, like, the brightest light on in the entire world, and you're like, oh, my God, how did I live through the winter with that?
Well, and, like, it's like, do I actually need this? No. Okay, then I'm going to give it away. Okay, then I'm going to redo this area. I want to do this, undo this. And then it's like, okay, I've completely redone the house. And then it's like seasonal. I think because like in the colder seasons, there's so many holidays.
Yeah.
And then you're doing it all in the house and you're like, oh my God. Why is there like, I had nothing on the walls besides Christmas decor.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas decor goes away and you're like, wow.
My house is naked.
My house is naked. And then it's like, oh, how did I not smell how bad these blankets smelled that I kept on the couch for like a month?
Oh my God, the realization I had last night. Really, I knew that I had to clean our furniture, but the amount that I desperately need. So I have like an off-white couch that I got. One of my other pieces of furniture broke, and which Ashley Furniture suck my non-existent dick. Worst customer service ever. And I got it. It used to be our uncle's prior to him passing away. And my husband and I were trying to figure out why the hell it's like directly in the middle. And I was like, I know exactly what it was. Is the kids would come in when it would be really hot and they'd still be kind of like wet from like playing in the pool and stuff like that. And they would either have their towels or whatever. And I'm not like I need to control every single thing that the kids do. And I know their feet rubbed, and if something's wet, even if there's a minor amount of dirt, it'll stick. And I didn't quite realize how bad it was because I always have blankets on the back of my couches, especially when it comes to like winter or fall. And then I noticed it was kind of like, I'm like, oh, it's kind of dirty, but it's always dimly lit, like around Christmas. So I grabbed this like duvet cover that I have, and I just laid it over top and like tucked it in and kind of gave it like a little revamp. Oh my God, it fell down the other day. I'm like, oh, we need to rent a cleaner. It is so dirty. And I want to clean my carpets. Like, this is when I want to like rent a steam cleaner and steam clean and clean everything in my house.
I just love, I like when you clean and you're like, you get that scrub thing off. But I also find I want to get one of those extendable cleaner brushes.
One of the motorized ones.
Yeah.
So fun fact, they actually have those with DeWalt.
Do they?
And they also have them with Black & Decker. So I could definitely look into that for you.
You're subtle as a fucking doorknob. I was just gonna get one on Amazon that has all the different scrubbing options because
Yeah.
it has been significantly more rainy here. I was not in a car accident. My joint pain, I haven't slept in like a week.
You haven't slept properly. Also, I say I'm sorry for putting you through stress, but not my fault.
Well, that, the work stuff.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't really move.
And yeah, like the weather and the migraine. I call it migraine weather. It's so bad.
My God. I was just like, I'm broken. I'm done. I'm going to bed. And I'm like, holy, like, I just want to have it so that I could like really like scrub the shower, but not have to like manually scrub the shower.
So I was thinking that actually last night, because I have like my bathtub is like an off-white.
Yeah.
And it's got because it was originally like a bath fitter situation that was installed incorrectly, not by bath fitter, but by the person who lived there previously who bought it and thought they could do it themselves. It has a texture so you don't slip.
Yeah.
And it's not like a crazy texture where you're like, well, it feels like sandpaper, but it catches like everything. And just, I need everybody to keep in mind that because of where I lived, it had an older water system, and then the older water system has changed over. So there's a lot of staining when it comes to stuff, even when the water was considered clean. There still would be like staining left behind. I've used the Pink Stuff scrub, which works more for like lighter surface stains. So like if your kid uses bath crayons and those bath crayons don't come off, Crayola, please work on your formula. And you need to get something like that off. That's okay. You know, a little bit of fun colored hair dye comes off like slick as shit. Works great. Works really great on like ovens and everything. But it is not the best when it comes to what I need it to do. So I was actually looking at some of those motorized ones, either by the companies that I previously mentioned or like Bissell has one and a couple different ones. And I'm not looking at the one that looks like a freaking automatic toothbrush because I would just buy an automatic toothbrush.
Oh my God.
And use it because I laughed when I saw that. But like the ones where they have like the extendable pole so you can actually scrub. Like this is when I get into like I really feel like spring is when I'm like, this is my cleaning aesthetic game. Like this is when I get on my shit because I have seasonal affective disorder. So, like, I don't want to do shit in the winter, no matter how hard I try. And I would love to get something like this. Like, I really get into that. I really get into, like, the whole, okay, let me double check everything, like sheets. Okay, maybe we need to revamp this. And I mean, like, if I had an endless budget, the things that I could do.
I think for me, too, it's, like, now is, like, the time that I can get more into a routine of things.
Yeah.
And if I have it continuously, that I could probably do it in the winter. I have opposite seasonal affective disorder where I have it in the summer and it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is like you can thrive, but there's so many other factors that come because we live in a climate where it does get very warm. It'll be like 40 degrees Celsius. And sometimes even 45 degrees Celsius. I will not do the
times 2 plus 28, so like 125.
Yeah, like sometimes it'll get really hot here. And then if you don't know, like you got to whip out the air conditioners. Like we have air conditioners, we have like fans, stuff like that. So there's a lot of those things. Like you put away any additional like space heater that you have, and then you pull the fans and the air conditioners out, but then you have to clean those. Like I clean them before I put them away.
I have a genuine question. Why is there not something that makes it easier to clean fans?
What I use is I have I'll be using this year. I was before using like the brush attachment on my Dyson, but I have what do I call it? A space vac? A shop vac. A portable shop vac. So basically it runs on just like a voltage like battery, like you usually click into like a power screw gun. And I'll be using that. I'm waiting for like, it's got a little like funnel attachment is the best way I can say it. But there's supposed to be more attachments that'll be coming out in the future. Or I also saw some knockoff things that I could get and put on it. So
I also like, do I need a 3D printer to create adapters for things?
Oh my God. The amount of times where I'm like, if I had a 3D printer, like, sorry, random side note. The gentleman on TikTok who is making plant-based,
My God, the coasters.
yeah, so he makes things like there's he made a cactus and you press down on top and you can take a toothpick out and it makes it like the spikes of the cactus. He made one that it's like one of those round cactus and they all stack, but it's actually coasters. Like it's like useful but like cute aesthetic, like it's not cheesy. And I was just like, it gives me the same thrill of like adult Lego.
Yeah.
Like black box adult Lego. And I was like, that's such a cool idea. I'm like, oh my God, this stupid shit I would print off a 3D printer.
I feel like there'd be so many things that I'm like, sure, I require this. But I'm also like, I feel like those things, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a deep cleaner things. I don't know if it's just like this household, but I don't feel like I see the dust and stuff in the winter. It's like spring and I'm like, where did that cobweb come from?
It's the fucking light. My house does the same thing. I'll be like, oh, everything's fine. And I dust and clean all the time. The worst for us, though, is spring because of the trees that are in the area where I live. And I'll open up all the windows so that way, like, you know, there's fresh air even when it's, like, actually fucking cold. My kid's like, Mom, please close it. I'm like, just put a hoodie on. You'll be fine. But I'll wipe everything down and dust everything. And then I'm like, oh, my God, it's all dusty again. I'm like, no, Sarah, look at it. It's actually yellow. It's, like, just a shit ton of pollen going through it.
Oh, my God, are they cottons? I was violated last week.
The number one thing I notice when I know that it's changing over to spring is how motherfucking dirty my windows are. I'm like, I don't even have a dog. Why are my windows this dirty?
I scrub the windows and I'm like, they're still gross. Or I'm like, ooh, it's so nice and happy outside. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna like, our mom bought this like deck box to put all of our lounge cushions in.
Yeah.
It took me 2 weeks to build. Not because I got frustrated and had to give up, because I built most of it except for the lid, and it rained for 2 weeks.
It not just rained for 2 weeks. When Eve was putting together this box, we had a freak storm where the winds were like 100 kilometers an hour. It was storming. There was thunderstorms. It was pouring with rain, and it literally came out of nowhere. Like, it was a beautiful day, and then it was not.
So Sarah was out doing something with her kid, and I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll be home. Great. Went outside, built the whole base. It was like, wonderful. Just got to do the top part. I see the freaking wind start. Sarah comes out and goes, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, I am building the deck box.
No, your exact words were, I just need to finish it. And I was like, dude, like, the storm is coming.
Oh my God. Rain was picking up. Molly didn't even want to go out.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I just need to get the top on. Well, I now have all four sides on. And I'm like, I at least need to get like the top partially done so that I can slide it on.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago because that weekend I was going to clean out the pool. But random showers every like hour. Wind up to 100 kilometers. I was like, this is a joke. What is this? I just want to finish this box. Let's put it away. I finished it yesterday. I almost got hit by the wind twice. But I was like, I'm getting it done because I just need to get this. I just want to get everything out and clean.
I'm super excited for the. So Eve changed her bed frame out because she wanted to build her own bed, which maybe will eventually turn those plans into a PDF because it's a beautiful bed.
So that was not my previous bed.
Yeah.
I had the bed, a blue bed frame that I loved. That was my first queen bed frame that I got. And my big issue is I have a lot of hair and I sleep in like a braid or I sleep in a bun. And there was a few times it's the IKEA beautiful wire bed, but because I have so much hair, I'd wake up and I would be stuck in the bed frame.
Yeah.
And then because my hair would just get caught in one of the circles. So I got one from a brand, which I was like, oh, it's so cute. Turns out the entire thing's made out of cardboard, even though they said they were wooden and it felt like wood, but it was just cardboard. And when I got, I was like sleeping on it and I was like, man, this one side just feels like it's sinking. So I took my bed and I was like, I'm so frustrated that like this is going on. I have no storage underneath my bed, and whole rant last June. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna take it out. Maybe I can like sort something out and build something from there. I took it off and I found out that the entire bed was made out of cardboard. So then I got annoyed. I was like, I want a wooden bed. I searched high and low. I ain't spending a fucking grand to get a wooden bed frame that I'm gonna have to wait. So I was like, I want storage, and I was like, I'm getting too specific, which in the past, our father built both Peach and Sarah a bed, or PJ, whatever we're calling her. Our other sister.
She goes by all nicknames.
No, I mean, like, I don't know what we call her here, whatever she's comfortable with.
Yeah.
Our other sister a bed, and obviously I didn't need a bed, and he died, so couldn't really ask him for a bed.
Yeah.
And I actually was the one that was taking apart and building Sarah's bed every time she moved.
It was like Eve's favorite thing to do. She would come over and I'd be like, okay, well, I want to put my bed. I'll just put your bed together, no matter what frame it was. I'll just put your bed together. And then it just became like your thing. Like you were like, no, I've got this. I'm like, okay, like I know she can do
Mom
it.
likes to do the kitchen. I enjoy building the bed and the furniture. And so I was like, you know what? Like, it can't be that hard to build a bed.
Yeah.
So I sat there. I looked at the measurements of a queen bed. I was like, I want a bed higher. And I was like, I don't want a boring headboard. I want a sun.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
And then I went to Home Depot, which if you didn't know, shout out to the lovely worker that was there. I did fill out that survey, Sarah, and I hope you got that bonus. You can go to Home Depot and have them cut it to specific lengths.
Yeah, which is sweet.
And it's like a big machine that does it and everything, which is great. And it's like the first, I think 6 are free, and then you have to pay like $1 or something per. He was very lovely. He was like, oh, it's okay. He was like, oh, what are you building? I was like, I'm building a bed. My bed frame, I found it was made out of cardboard. And he goes, I will cover the amount that it takes to cost it. And I walked up and the chick was like, no, it's free. We all feel bad for you. So, it cost me less than $300.
I was going to say, it costs less than $300. It's way more stable. It's super cute. When you first made it, it was a little tall.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to make it really tall. And I was using 4x4 cedar blocks as the legs. And there's 8 of them. And I made them a little too tall, so tall and fast that we made a joke that we should put a bed underneath for Molly.
It was almost like a loft bed.
Oh my God. And then your kid was like, oh my God, we could slide a mattress underneath. It'll be my bed.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different things that come to like seasonal change. I mean, I actually wear nail polish. If these seasons. Well, I'm not wearing it right now. I just took it off. But like, I'll paint my toenails.
I can.
I'll make the effort. I know you can. Sometimes I'm like, I really want fake nails again. I really want this again. And I'm like, no.
But let us know down below what your opinion is on seasonal changes. What do you do?
Yeah.
What are your tips and tricks? What's your color of home decor?
Do you make a whole Pinterest board of inspiration? Do you suddenly want to organize? Do you make I've done all that on Pinterest. I literally make a board for everything. And like, if it comes to flourishing? I said flourish? Yeah, well. Oh, also, random side note, because I'm talking about Pinterest. Just quickly. I found all this cool shit that you can make with Lego to keep you organized. I know this sounds really funny, but like, it's super cool. Because that way you can get like your kids involved and they can like pick out different colors. One of them was a keychain holder.
Yeah.
Where that way you click the Lego in. And I'm like, that's the cutest fucking idea.
Oh my God, I literally got your child a puzzle thing.
I know. And I'm just like, you know what? Everybody needs a little bit more Lego in their life. And if I can find different ways to repurpose Lego that might just be sitting in a bin until it becomes an imaginary thing again. Then yeah, fine. I just want to highly encourage, even though there is a seasonal change, you don't need to buy things brand new. There's tons of great things on Facebook Marketplace, thrift stores. Have that DIY moment. Even if you think that you're not a DIY person, you can probably do stuff. You can do stuff on TikTok. There's easy ways. Nothing has to be perfect. And stay as warped and twisted as ever. Peace. Thank you so much for listening to us on YouTube. You can find us on all of the socials: Instagram, Pinterest,
TikTok,
Facebook,
Snapchat,
yes. And we also started a Discord, and we're on Reddit. But those ones we can only do so many things so many times, people.
Yeah. As you can tell by the list of are we here. But if you're more of a just an audio type person, we're on Spotify Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. I think we're on Pandora, iHeartRadio, and you can also check us out on the RSS feed.
Oh yeah,
which we also found out has its own website, which is pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. Well, thank you so much for listening, and feel free to go re-listen to some of the episodes that we have.